Good morning, kia ora. Welcome to Tuesday, 26th July 2022. A little overcast this morning. Temperatures are quite nice though. Work day, however, so won't get to do much in the way of outdoorsy stuff for obvious indoorsy reasons. I'm going to try and keep these a little bit shorter. I said that yesterday and still made it over 10 minutes, but we'll try and claw that back. So we're kind of moving onwards with momentum. So this morning, yes, yesterday evening, I guess, thing that's on my mind is ducks again. So we have a lot of them coming through, a lot of ducklings going to be growing over the next 8 weeks or so into ducks, young ducks. They'll take a while before they reach full maturity, but we have our previous cooked batch, or what's left of them after we sold a bunch. So we're currently sitting on, I guess, 10 mature ducks from our original flock. And out of those, 4 girls and 6 are boys. It's become evident that one of the girls, unfortunately, is not that great at mothering, so going to be a hard decision around her. But I suspect she may not be continuing. And out of those 6 boys, we really only want to pick 1 or 2 to continue. The most bedraggled of the lot is, don't laugh or read too much into this, we call him Whitey because he was the one that was raised from an egg and he came out all white. But you wouldn't call him that now. He's pretty beaten up. Those boys can get pretty rough with their wing spines and talons. When they get protective or get horny, I guess, then they get pretty competitive. But he's been playing the smart game because a lot of the babies that have come out definitely have his traits. So he's resilient, and I think that's a good trait. So he's probably going to be retained, and then it's just 1 more, and then the rest of them, as I said, I've been watching a lot of stuff. The best methods for dealing with the large ducks. Now the small ducks are not so much of a problem. We've got kill cones. They'll be okay. But the large ducks, and I'm not sure. I think I did some videos, but it was hard to tell. The talons on these Muscovies can get pretty sizable. So you have to be careful with them. So been looking for the best ways to dispatch them. Spending a lot of time on the I forget the full title of it, but it's the Meat Smith videos. He's excellent, and he has Muscovies, and he doesn't mess around. So probably going to need to follow his steps, I guess, and just armour up and get on with it, and literally armour up, because these boys are big. So culling is in the imminent future, and that leaves the next batch, of which we have 9 remaining out of 16, I think, in total, who are past the 8-week, 10-week mark. They're coming up to maturity. It's usually around about 3 months, and we have to do things like trim feather wings and stuff like that, or at least consider it. But they don't tend to stray very far. So we're going to have to make a hard call there. We've got 9 more left of those, and 8 of those are males. Actually, I think 7 at least. So 1 I'm still on the fence about, but I have to grab that one and sex it. But the definitely one more girl. So, and then many ducklings, 19 of them so far, and I just checked the clutch for the last duck this morning. She's got 10 eggs there, so I don't know how many she'll hatch out of those, but let's say she hatches half of them, because she didn't have a good run last time. So this is actually her first actual serious attempt at hatching and raising young. So she's kind of on the fence. But if she goes well, and let's say that, half of them survive, which is not bad, I guess, for where she is and an S box and first time through, and that's going to put us at 24 ducklings. We may still get a few from attrition, but we're still going to deal with 20 ducks at some point in the next 8 to 10 weeks. And mama duck number 1 is already working on the next batch. So yeah, this is the aforementioned numbers game I was talking about another earlier ramble. But anyway, it's all fine. They're not in a place where they're going to get culled out. So I think we're probably going to have a bit of a cull coming. Timing is going to be the big challenge. I kind of ideally like to do it in cooler weather, because it's not going to be a small job, to say the least. This is not like culling chickens, particularly with the big boys. There's a lot of work that's going to go into this, so it's going to be setting aside a decent day for it, with all the bits and pieces, and unhappily for a lot of our ducks, it's not going to go down well. So we'll just have to see how that works out. But anyway, culling the flock is on my mind, and yeah, we'll continue to sell as many as we can. But I think when we head down to the homestead and when we're ready to move them, I think we'll be aiming to probably just take 1 or 2 boys, definitely 2 of the girls, and possibly up to 2 others for when we go down, because they will help a lot with the insect populations. I don't want to bring them down until we have a stable water supply. Though we have streams and things like that, they'll gravitate towards those, no doubt, but that makes them vulnerable to predators. And speaking of predators, there's a lot more of them down there in Tennessee, so our attrition rates are probably going to be markedly higher. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go through the exercise of having to replace large numbers of our flocks just from predation. I don't really want to go there. Having a good livestock guardian dog maybe sooner rather than later, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, well, good times, fun. Maybe not fun for the ducks. Maybe not fun for that duck who's eating mom's jalapeno. I better go and deal to that. Anyway, have a great morning. Kia ora. Take care. Bye.